What was your scary story?
We pretty much hired someone to give us a tour of this location, Goatman's Bridge, and it is supposedly like a haunted bridge.
It's like 10 o'clock at night, and she has this little circle device that she sets down, she pulls out the antenna, and then the lady is like, do you know where the key is? So we're sitting there for maybe 10 more seconds, and her little antenna thing starts going off. So I hop in Kate's lap, because I'm freaked out. One time I came out here, there were like 5 or 6 dead hanging cats in the woods, and apparently some teenagers had come by and stolen these people's pet cats. They were performing rituals.
The last time I
Dang.
went to Goatman's Bridge, there was like people screaming as loud as they could and like fire, and I wanted to join them.
Hey guys, we're gonna be coming to Atlanta, Georgia on June 28th.
Charlotte, North Carolina on June 29th,
And Washington, D.C., July 12th.
and so many other cities. So make sure to go get your tickets at thelolpodcast.net.
Do y'all want to see a magic trick that's better than Cash's?
Yes. Wait, no, that's not a thing.
Yeah, I want to see.
Nobody
it.
does
Let's-
better
let's
magic.
You don't
see
think
it,
it's weird that
Kenzie.
your wife calls me daddy?
That's a great intro. I wish I would have thought of that.
Wait, that's a saying.
You did.
Oh,
That
wait.
we said that.
Yeah, Maverick said that. That was Maverick saying, which is insane. So
Did I
to
say
get you
that?
back,
Wait, did we say? Did that
Yes.
go in?
yeah,
Yes.
you said that.
Wow, I can't believe
one
we
of
put that in.
on one of the podcast episodes, you're like, so wait, hold up. You don't think it's weird that your wife calls me daddy?
Oh yeah,
And-
you said, okay, pretend we have a funny conversation going. It was like a pretend conversation.
And
It
then
was like when
crossed
Harper was
out.
fainting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were like, we need a fake conversation, and Mav hits him with the, you don't think it's weird that your wife calls you daddy?
So to get Maverick back, I'm sometime in my life, I'm gonna need Kenzie to call me daddy.
No!
I don't think that's
That
gonna
will
happen.
never be
I
happening.
will
Hey,
trick you into
I
doing
would like
it.
to preface.
I will
your-
trick you.
Your wife has never called me daddy. It was
I
just,
know
It was
that.
just a conversation.
Oh,
Yes.
I know that.
See, now you're being all weird, and then you're like,
She's
why
called
do
me
you-
daddy though.
You're like, why do you?
No, she hasn't.
No, she doesn't. No.
Yeah.
Guys, but I remember it was before I
You're
fainted,
weird.
and I stood up, and Maverick was like, "Oh, you just don't laugh and faint." And then, hold on. And he was like, "You don't think it's weird that your wife calls me daddy?"
I said it so nonchalant.
And I
casually.
stood up, and I was like, and
What were you about to say about me being weird?
No, you
Huh?
just like say weird things like that.
I didn't
And
say that. He said that.
No, you
No,
said
when
it.
I said it was like a funny comedic little like bit.
And when I
You're
said
making it weird right now.
I'm just a
Yeah.
creepy man.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't think
Wow.
it's weird that your wife calls me daddy?
Yeah, no, that's
so
weird.
funny.
But that's why why Kinsey and I will sometimes be like, we can't say that, and you guys get mad at us, and you're like, what do you mean we can't say that? What do you mean? You guys need to stop saying we can't say things because it's an LOL podcast and it's all about laughing out loud.
Yeah, I believe in freedom of speech. You can say what you want.
And as of last episode,
I
Harper
have
believes in
that.
freedom of touch, which was really weird.
What do you mean freedom of touch?
That's
You said
you
that.
said it. Last episode we were watching back because everyone, in case y'all don't
I
know,
got cooked.
or probably 3 or 4 episodes ago, everyone was very mad at Maverick.
Which, listen, also, we have conversations off camera, so then when we had it on camera, there was stuff left out of context, which is fine.
Yeah. So when Maverick was talking about when Kate got touched at the roller skating rink,
Touched is crazy.
well, I don't know what you call that, but I call it
I was
touched.
grabbed.
Yeah, that sounds way better. Maverick was like, "Well, what clothes were you wearing?" And all that stuff, and
That's not
everybody,
even what most people were
everybody's
mad at.
eating you alive in the comments.
Listen, no, that's not what-
Sacrifice them at the stake
First
is
off,
what they're saying.
listen, I'm not at all saying that Kate
I'm
was
in a. They put me in a
asking for
group
it
chat,
wearing,
Maverick.
Oh my
They
gosh,
put
I
you in
have
a
a
group
huge
chat.
Yeah, it's called
topic.
Sacrifice Mav.
Not.
Yeah, and you gotta pay $5.99 a month to be in it.
Cass is actually running the group.
Yeah, I'm making so much money from it.
Oh my
It is a new entrepreneur business of mine.
No, I do not believe Kate and Kinsey were asking for it by any means. Do I think that if you go to a bad part of town and you start causing a lot of problems, then yeah, you're like asking to get shot in a sense. I don't think.
confused because you said they're
Right.
not asking
Analogy's
for it.
not
No, I'm not saying
And
they
then
were
you said they are asking
for it,
for it.
but I'm saying there is a point.
Go ahead, everybody,
Where-
comment now. Go ahead and comment.
I know. There's a point where it's like, oh, you're
I'm gonna touch
increasing
you
your
because you're
odds.
wearing
You are
pajamas.
increasing your odds. You're not necessarily responsible, but you are increasing your odds of something happening to you. Like, don't go to a dangerous area, and then
Dude.
if something bad happens, be like, ah, well, that shouldn't have happened to me.
Is interstate dangerous?
Yeah, it's a
No,
roller skating rink.
no. Their spot
could
wasn't
break
like
a
necessarily
bone
dangerous.
anywhere.
It's a
Context
little,
of the
it's a
story.
little dangerous.
In case you guys didn't hear the episode, context of the story. Kate and Kinsey went to a roller skating rink wearing pajamas. A guy a guy touched Kate, and then
But I touched Kate. He like hugged her.
Yeah, he like hugged her from behind out of nowhere. Kate got mad, turned around, and slaps the guy, and it was just the girls and their friends there.
Wow.
And Maverick said, "Well, what clothes were y'all wearing?"
No, that is not what I said. That was not my first thing I said.
Yeah, first he says you don't find
No.
it weird that your
nobody
wife calls me daddy.
Nobody
and after
asked.
that-
Nobody asked when Kate called what they were wearing. When Kate called and said what happened, nobody was like,
Dude,
well,
nobody's
what clothes were they
unsubscribing to
wearing?
the $5.99 a month. Okay,
Oh my gosh.
no one.
Wait, let me.
ridiculous.
What's the worst hate comment y'all have ever got?
IRL or on the internet?
Both.
Mm-hmm.
IRL, it's like
This is crazy.
you're ginger.
This is crazy because this actually happened to me this weekend.
Oh, it did. And Kate was like, "Should I save this story for a thumbnail or say it on the pod today?"
Say it
And
on
I was
the
like,
pod.
"I don't know."
Say it on the pod.
So what? I haven't heard this. I haven't heard the story.
I would say. it
Wait,
on the
in
pod.
real life? What the? Okay, let's
What the
hear it.
Shigma?
Wait, so
really?
do we hear it or do we have her save it for a thumbnail?
No, wait, no, we hear it. We hear it.
I don't know what we do. Do
Is
we
it
have her
that
save it?
good though? Okay, is it thumbnail worthy?
It's about you.
Oh well.
Whoa! Kate's worst hate comment
then
in
it's
real
not
life is
thumbnail
about
worthy.
Kinsey.
Wait, somebody came up to you and said a hate comment about me?
That's crazy.
Okay, then it's not. Then it's not thumbnail worthy.
Kate,
No,
you
I'm
said
kidding, I'm
you said
kidding.
you wouldn't repeat
They were
what
like,
I said.
Kate, I feel
Don't-
so bad that you have to live with that ignorant Kinsey.
Kate, Kinsey, did you hear that guy?
No,
I
what'd
was
you
a
say?
joke. It's a joke.
He said.
What'd you say?
He said, "Kate, I thought you said you wouldn't repeat it." Implying that.
I
Never
actually
mind.
asked
She's
Matt.
way over her head. She's way
Yeah,
too
yeah,
short to
wrong.
understand that joke.
No, it actually it really wasn't that bad.
Okay, let's just hear it. Let's just hear it.
Well, first off,
Oh, good job.
sorry, I got tired of my gum.
What was that for?
Me too. It got. I literally spit it right here on my bag.
Oh, add
Ew.
that to the
Okay.
collection.
Okay.
Oh, putting it back in your.
I mean, the spitting is crazy.
Now y'all might think I'm down bad because I don't have my gum, but I still have Kate's gum.
Ew!
Oh.
So
Oh god.
I'm all right. Oh, and my gum.
That was disgusting.
Oh.
Now I make two gums.
That's
Okay.
disgusting.
Okay, sorry.
Why? Why?
So, well, we're gonna choose to look past that.
All right, let's go.
Did you just stick it to the TV stand?
Yeah, sure. I can stick it to the TV stand.
Okay. Well,
Ew.
All right, let's hear about your hate
I
comment
need
in
all
real
the
life.
details.
That's
What
not
time
even
of day
about
was
you.
it? Where were you? What was the weather like?
oh yeah, for sure. So,
sure.
this last weekend, my dad and I went to Oklahoma. So that's where the hate comment happened. Was in the city of Oklahoma City.
Of
Dang,
course.
that's where
It's
they always
Oklahoma.
happen, man.
Man.
No, so we
Dang
went to.
Oklahomians.
There's something about Oklahoma. Anyways, we went to Oklahoma City for the College World Series softball game, which I know like the average person.
Dang, no need to flakes on us.
Yeah, like no, the average person
Flex
like
on
doesn't
me.
really care about, but like it's like huge for my dad and I and like my childhood best friend and like so we all went because we used to go when we were little. And in the city of Oklahoma City, there's a huge softball tournament. There's like multiple tournaments happening. So there's a bunch of softball teams between the ages of like 10U and like 18U. So the city is just flooded with softball players. Yeah,
10U and 18U?
years old.
Like 10.
like the age group of 10.
Don't ask me
and
why they
under.
don't just say 8 years old to 10 years old or whatever they just
Ew.
said.
10 10 and under.
12 and under, 14 and under.
Oh.
What? I
Anyways.
still don't understand.
Yeah, no, that's just literally that's just what they do in softball. I don't know. Don't.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right, we
So,
understand.
We go out to dinner and we were at a steakhouse. We were at Cattleman's Steakhouse.
Wait, just
and,
tell
like,
us the hate comment.
Oh,
Yeah, they do this
Wait, I
every
wanted the
time.
details.
Every time you guys
I mean,
tell
how
a
dare
story.
you hate on me in the middle of a steakhouse in Oklahoma City?
Every time they tell a story, you've told us where it was located, why
need
you went
to
there,
know.
all the underused, the steakhouse you were
And
eating
you're
at.
making it take longer.
Just
So please
tell us.
continue.
Actually, wait. Side quest, side story. Literally, someone in the comments was like, I like when the girls tell stories because they give the details. The boys need to
Yeah.
stop interrupting them.
Yes, please stop.
So stop.
Oh, please. Can you also tell me about your
STOP.
outfit that day?
Well, I was
Ew,
wearing an
he's
oversized
so
graphic
gay.
t-shirt
Three of us
from
had
What's
the
Halter's
same
don't
State.
nails
call me
to it.
that.
Look at
I'm
Harper's.
a very happy man.
What?
Yours and Harper's are like exactly the same.
Is it OPI Funny Buddy in Bubble Bath?
No, I just.
you
it's
guys are
just
so
A-
distracted right
it's
now. No one even knows
A14.
what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
the comments love it when you girls tell stories because you guys stay on track.
Okay,
huh?
sorry. I'm back on track. So we're at the steakhouse and we're just eating dinner, and in the like party room right next to us, there's a whole softball team, and it's a group of like 12-year-olds, and they came up to me and they first said, "Can you mention us on your podcast?" So this is me.
What do you
mentioning
say when
guys.
people say that? By the way.
I lie. I say, yeah,
well,
I got
I said-
you.
Yes, same. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm like,
of course. I'm like,
I
yeah,
got you.
What's your name?
You walked away and didn't even tell me your name, but I got you. Somebody on the sidewalk wanted me to mention them, so shout out Sidewalk Girl.
So yeah, but anyways,
Like,
this
what?
softball team from California is what they told me. Came up and they were like 12 years old, so they were like, peak people that watch our podcast.
Mention me on the podcast.
Yeah. And they all come over to ask for a picture, and they're all like kind of screaming and talking, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, like we watch your podcast, blah 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 blah." And I hear one comment that got my attention.
What is it?
My listening ears were turned on when I heard it. This girl just like casually throws out there, I loved it when you slapped Kinsey. And then everyone just like brushed over it. And I was like, me and my friends looked at each other
I
and we were
loved
like,
it when you slapped Kenzie.
I was like, did that girl really just say she loved it when I slapped Kinsey? And she said it to my face? And because she knew it was a joke. If you
That's
watch the
so-
episode, you know that like that was like a prank we were playing.
No, most people don't know it was a prank.
Yeah, because
Oh.
the shorts
watch
went
till
way
the
more
end.
viral than the episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
Per usual.
Well, I was like, that's not something somebody usually says to me in person, because usually when someone says something in person, it's like, oh, I like you. I watch your podcast.
Yeah, like, I love you.
But like, I like it when you slap Kinsey. That's something you literally type out and you put in the comment section.
Did you say anything?
I was hoping
well,
for a
there's-
better comment.
Oh yeah,
too.
well no, she's not done, right? What else was said?
Right. So then,
Oh, is there more comments?
then,
That's what we're hoping for. We'll see. Stay tuned.
then.
She walked away and did not take care of my name.
Wait,
Kate,
no, I
come
did.
on.
No, I actually, there was just so much going on. They were all screaming. It was like,
It has
they
to be
a-
worse than
one
that.
of them actually did ask me for a picture, and I like barely heard it, and
No.
then like everyone talked
no,
over
we
her.
don't, no, not at the
and so there was
picture,
just,
Kate.
We're asking about the hate comment.
That
No.
was the hate
No, it has to be
comment.
worse than that.
that was the hate comment. That was,
Bro,
I thought that was so
tell
rude.
me you've been
No, that
glazed
wasn't-
your
wait.
whole life without telling
that
me, yo.
actually
That's
it?
the worst thing someone said to you?
No, not to me.
Hold on.
Well,
Before the podcast, Kate said something about, hey, this girl told me a hate comment about Kinsey, but I don't know if I should say it on the pod.
She
I was
wanted
like,
to make
"Just
it
say
a thumbnail, bro.
No, that's not. That can't.
Somebody
be
said she loved.
No, that it was worse than that. You spent so long telling this story.
Yo, that was, I mean, I was invested. I knew the restaurant. I knew everything. Just for that?
I slapped Kinsey.
okay,
I
let
liked
me
it when
just
you
revoke
slapped
my mic.
Kinsey.
My privileges are revoked
Yeah,
for the
can
rest
we-
of the
can we
episode.
turn her
Unplug
off?
Unplug her.
What's your worst hate comment or like in person?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not offended at all.
Yeah, Kate, she's not.
Except
because
for the fact that you did not defend my honor. But that's
Oh,
what the.
I know
What was I
Cash's,
supposed-
I know Cash's worst hate comment. We were at the other day. We were at
You
this
should-
Chili's, and there was probably, I don't know, 15 girls there.
Oh my gosh. Wait,
Oh.
time out before he
Oh,
says this
that's
story.
crazy.
Wait.
Time out
no,
before
no.
he says
You
this
don't get
story.
to interrupt.
Oh,
my
I do.
story.
I just
No.
did.
No,
I just
you didn't.
did.
Unplug him, someone please.
Don't unplug me.
Listen, no, we're at this Chili's, and we're outside, and these girls.
Wait, preface it with I was on the phone with you at first.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead, Mav.
I don't really remember all the details. I forget them,
goodness.
but I
He's
remember.
gonna lead out a crucial spot.
Okay, all I remember is we're there, and the girls said something about me being hotter than Cash.
No,
And
yeah, he doesn't even
and
remember.
We both look
Then
at
let
each
me
other.
tell
Oh
the
my
story.
goodness, I should have told the
Let me tell the story. This girl's
I'm
talking
sorry,
to
I
me. She's
won't
like,
tell any more stories.
she's like 14, 13 or whatever, and she's like, oh my gosh, you're just so attractive talking to me. And then she looks at Mav and she's like, but he's more attractive though. And then,
Oh,
and then
that's
the
weird.
other like three standing there was like, oh well, I think you're more attractive. But he always leaves out that part.
No. There was like 12 of them that said me, and then
I
one
mean,
of them said
Well,
you because
there
they
was
felt
not
bad
12
for
girls
you.
there.
Butchered
There wasn't
the
even 12
story.
girls.
But-
Let's hear it from the person who knows.
Listen.
Kinsey?
Yeah, I wasn't even there, and I can tell the story better.
She
You
was
should've-
phoned in. How are we taking her side?
No.
She's the only person who remembers.
So Maverick is on the phone with me. Cash is on the phone with Kate.
When
and
was
these little
this?
girls come up. It's
I
whenever
wasn't on
we
the phone
were
with
making
you.
our quilts, and they were in Chili's or whatever
Oh,
restaurant.
it was that group of fans?
Sí,
Yeah.
señorita.
Oh, okay. I'm
So we're on the phone with them while they're at dinner in Oklahoma, and these little girls come up and they're like screaming, and Cash and Mav are like, okay, we gotta get off the phone. We'll talk to y'all later. And we're like, okay, bye. And while we hang up, the little girls are like, where's your wives? And they were like, oh, they're at home. And then they proceeded to tell them how hot they thought they were.
That's
Which
the only
is
spot
very
Kinsey
odd.
remembers.
Well, it's very odd. First of all, you're like, where are your wives before I tell you how hot you are? And then second of all, why are a 14-year-old girl telling 25 and 22-year-old men how hot they are? That's
off,
Oh,
weird.
don't
not-
even.
They've been
I
doing-
would have done that when I was
24,
14.
whatever.
I would have told Jake Paul that he was
Really?
very attractive.
I think
thought he
Logan
was
Paul-
so
Jake
cute.
Paul?
have
I
the
thought Jake
courage.
Paul was so cute.
No, I think
Oh,
Logan's
watch out,
cuter.
Yeah, watch out for Jake Paul.
I would have said that. You know, someone did call my dad a baddie this weekend.
Ooh.
Hey.
Which is crazy.
Wait, what age were they?
Oh, she was
Throw up a picture
About
of Scott right now.
12. Yeah, I'm gonna text
12?
you the picture.
What the?
I'm gonna text you the picture of me and my dad from the day. She was like, we were at the softball game, and she was like, "Oh
You're
my
a
gosh,
baddie.
is Cash here, or are you the only one here?" And I was like, "No, it's just me and my dad." And she goes, "He's a baddie. He's
Aw.
fine."
What?
And then
fuck?
walked away.
Scott.
Yo, what the?
Hey, we kind of
weird.
brushed over this, but Kinsey has a magic trick.
Oh
I never said my hate comment.
Oh, what's your hate comment?
Oh yeah, what's
dog?
your?
I will
worst
never-
hate
While you tell it, I'm gonna go get the
Yeah.
cards.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
I will never forget this one hate comment. It was the worst
Yeah.
hate comment I've ever got. It was. I looked through my DMs one day, and it said. It said.
Did it say you always fidget with your microphone?
It said. I want to see you rot, and I'm gonna gut you like a fish. Oh.
That sounds like a rap song, yo. It's like I want to see you
Someone-
rot,
like what?
gut you like a fish. No one else.
I
like it.
swear that was
I mean,
so
I think I could
bad.
see it.
Sounds
Because
like
I remember I was in Colorado scrolling through it, and I
Sounds
saw
like
that, and I was
young
like,
baby.
because it like scared me. Because like, what do you mean?
Is
You're
that
gonna
really the worst hate
gut
comment
me
you
like a
got?
fish. Well, yeah.
I,
That's
what is your standard of a bad hate comment?
I don't know, something that really hurts your feelings. I don't feel like that would hurt your
No,
feelings.
it was just
feel
like a
like-
death threat. I was just like,
Okay, if we're talking hate comments that hurt my feelings, after the age of like 16, like there weren't really any hate comment. Well,
I remember pages.
Somebody
I remember hate pages for you, Kate. What do you mean comments?
Yeah, people had whole hate pages for Kate.
Yeah.
They
what
would
was up
they would
with that?
Photoshop her and make her fat.
yeah, they like would turn me into like a fat rat, and they were like, "This is who Cash is dating."
They'd
and
make
I
her
was
face
like,
look like a rat.
I was like, "That's not who Cash is dating. Cash is dating me. I never seen that girl in my life."
One time, someone told me my lip looks like they could stand on it.
It does.
Yeah, that one hit a little extra deep that day.
Are you
I'm
prepared
sorry
to
I
be
said that.
amazed?
Yeah.
Is everyone prepared to be amazed?
Yes, I am prepared.
Oh.
Kate, will you please hold out your hand?
Oh my gosh,
Sure.
she's an amateur magician. Why are we letting her do the tricks?
What do you mean?
You've never successfully done a trick on this podcast.
Okay,
I
Cash,
have.
Cash, I'll allow you to be part of this magic trick.
Okay, I'll tell you how
Tell
it's
me-
done later.
Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
No, it's me saying it.
Okay. I mean, how far are we gonna go?
Well, there's 52 cards in the deck, so I guess we might go to 52.
Okay.
She wasn't planning for this.
They're getting out of order. Okay. I mean, this is taking
Oh,
forever.
yeah,
Okay, stop!
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. This is your card. I'll show it to everybody. Show it to the camera.
Wait, I forgot. Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, wait, really show it to the camera.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
we got it.
All right, thank you. Yep, thank you. Also talking to your microphone.
Set that down for Kate.
Okay.
Would you like to shuffle
Wait, you got
it
talking
at
to your
all?
microphone.
What, would you like to shuffle it at all?
Yes, I would like to shuffle the cards.
Okay, go ahead. Shuffle it up.
Okay, thank you.
He thinks he's so slick with it.
Ooh. Yeah, really shuffle them cards.
Is he not even shuffling?
No, you're
No, he's
not
shuffling-
shuffling.
No, he's
them.
shuffling.
Oh,
them.
they're getting shuffled,
I can
all
tell
right.
I can tell by the noise it's
He's
not being
bridging
shuffled.
and cross bridging.
Oh yeah, they've been cross bridging for a while now. Let me tell you that.
Do you know how to shuffle?
Yeah, I do. Okay, I played a lot of poker.
Poker.
All right, here you go.
Are there still 52 cards in this deck? You didn't take any out?
Maybe. A real
I don't think he
magician
took
would
any
know.
A real magician would know.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to count these up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Do you really need to count them?
15,
You're fine.
19, 20, 21,
Can you count loud at least?
23, 24, 25.
Thank you.
How many cards are in a deck?
52.
52.
52, but we really don't
So
need to count,
half
do we?
is like 26.
He didn't take any out. I'll save you the.
Okay, Kate, put both your hands out, please.
This is taking a while. here.
Wow,
Okay,
long magic
pick
trick.
her right or left hand.
Left. Right.
Yeah, I think I was the one that was asked. We'll do. Well, Harper said both, so I guess right.
Right hand. Okay.
Right is always right.
Right
what-
is always right. Okay.
Oh.
Kate, will you put out your both
What was
your hands
that?
again?
Okay.
She looked me in the eyes and said, "Right is always right."
Okay.
Oh my goodness, we're falling apart.
Okay, speed this up, please.
I'm trying. Okay, right or left?
Left.
Okay, get rid of that one. All right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards here.
Uh huh.
What
And I'm betting that your card is in this deck.
Okay.
So I'm just going to look through it here. Can you give me, if I ask you 2 questions, can you tell me truthfully the answer about your card?
Some say I'm honest.
Wait, can you
Okay.
stop doing that?
Is your card black or red?
Red.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take all the black cards out.
Segregating the cards? I mean, that's crazy. But okay, we'll go along with it.
Just tell us where his card is.
I don't think I actually need to ask 2 questions because I have 2 7s here. So I'm thinking it's going to be one of those. So my chances are higher that way. I'm going to go with this one.
The camera can't see.
Did I get it right?
It's like entertaining a 5-year-old. I know how the trick
We
is
know
done.
where you were like holding the card and making sure nobody could see the bottom.
We saw from the beginning.
Really?
I had no clue actually.
Yeah, Kayla's impressed with me.
No, like
I was like low key kind of shocked when she narrowed it down to the 2 7s. Like, or when I had both stacks and the
Kate
card
still
was.
doesn't know how it was done, guys.
Don't tell her. Don't tell
I
her.
thought you were being so lucky, or like so. You thought you were being so slick because the deck was in this hand, the 7 was in this hand, and he told her to get rid of.
Yeah, and then she kept that. No.
She kept this hand.
And then I told her the other one because I purposely saw it go in the right one, and then she just garbaged that one.
I
was
know
like,
you got nervous.
Okay, well, I'm still a better magician than Cash.
No, give me the deck. I'll show
I
you a
dare-
real
no.
quick
No.
one. No, it's real quick.
No.
It's quick. It's quick. I promise. I don't take years like Kenzie. It'll take 10 seconds. Give me the
no.
She already threw it.
deck. Okay, well, I'll go fetch.
Dude, last night my friend asked if I had herpes on my arm.
What?
What the?
Because I pick at it so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So here's a deck of cards.
Yes.
Kenzie, have you ever played
You have
52
a
card-
microphone.
This is taking longer than 10 seconds.
Kenzie, have you ever played 52 card pickup?
Yes, and I never want to play again.
Okay.
You have no more tricks.
No, that's it. That's all I have to say.
I have a trick. I suck. Let me see this real quick.
No, you don't have a trick.
me see.
Okay.
I learned this one time, and it took me years.
Are you gonna
master.
shuffle? Is that your trick?
Wow. Oh.
What the? What was that?
Okay, no.
They're new cards, to be fair, so they're
Yeah,
kind of hard to
it's-
shuffle.
Wait,
don't-
give me one card. Don't show me what it is. I have a trick.
It don't even matter.
What?
Well, okay.
Okay.
It don't even matter.
No more magic tricks, I guess.
I want to come back to where we started this podcast.
Yeah.
With the
Dude, we
you
can't
know,
go back in time.
Oh well, we're going back. The hate comments. You know. that
I'm
were, coming at
going
me.
back to 5.
The,
So I would like to excuse myself from this conversation because the last time I tried to participate, you guys all got mad at me.
What do you mean?
Like 15 minutes ago when I was like, I had a crazy hate comment, and you guys were all like,
Huh?
okay, once I told the story.
I
you
know you've had
Oh.
worse hate comments than that.
Yeah. We've read them.
Okay.
That wasn't what I was really getting at. I was getting at my hate
Oh,
comments.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, Matt, what's the worst comment you've had?
Oh, well, they all happened recently when everyone said, what did they say? They said, I was downplaying what happened to you, but I felt like I was on your side. And then you
no way
flipped
we're going
sides.
back to this, Mav.
Yeah,
You're
we
fine.
are. Because that podcast was crazy.
You'll be fine.
Kate was like, oh, no, Cash, it's not necessary for you to go down there. Like, it's not that deep. It doesn't matter. And then I go, yeah, I mean, it wasn't that deep. I mean, really, it was just like an
would like to
unconsensual
def-
hug. It wasn't that bad. And
I
she
would
goes,
like to-
wasn't that bad?
I
And I
would
was like,
like to
oh, it was either
defend-
bad or it wasn't. You either wanted him to go down there and beat him up or you didn't.
Yeah, see, that I would like to defend what happened. Not what happened, but like my actions with telling Cash he shouldn't come. Because obviously I would have liked for him to come and talk to the guy, but I was genuinely scared for his well-being because we were in a weird part of town and that's how people get shot and that's how people get stabbed and it was not a good part
Dude,
of town.
I ain't getting stabbed. I'm
Why
not
were
going
you
out
in a
like
bad
that.
part of town?
well, I
There's
didn't
just
realize
no way
it was
I'd go
bad.
out with a stab.
We pulled up there and we were like, this is great. And then after the guy grabbed me and we looked around, we were like, maybe we shouldn't be here. And we left. And then when I called Cash, I was like, yeah, I didn't like what happened, but I would rather you just not come. The smartest thing would be for us to all just get out of here and not come back.
Yeah.
So we said, don't
I
come.
just don't see me being like, oh, I got stabbed.
I've never seen you act like that.
Yeah, like,
I will.
ow, I'm stabbed. That's just not
before
happening.
you say anything else, I want self tan tonight because I'm going to LA tomorrow. Mom, shh. I'm gonna go to LA tomorrow for my music video, and I'm self tanning. Because,
Wait,
yeah.
Were you speaking in an accent?
No.
No, she talks like that when she gets nervous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't realize you were going to LA tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going there at like 6 o'clock at night, and
Oh.
then leaving at 1 a.m.
What do you mean? Like you're literally
For
going there for a
what?
few hours?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Hey, I've been there. I've been on the fly somewhere, come back same day. It's not fun.
No, we did that too. It was not fun. But you
Really?
got it.
Nah, it's low key kind of better. I hate staying
Yeah,
over
I
the
hate
night in other
staying the night.
cities.
Wait,
I
what are you
hate
going
staying the
for?
night in cities.
To film my music video.
Yeah, Harper's got a
so
new
fun.
music video coming out. No big deal.
What do you mean, no big deal?
It's like
It's
no
a big deal, actually.
It's a huge deal.
It's a metaphor.
Make it a big deal, please.
Oh, Harper's got a new music video coming out. Big deal. Does that sound better?
Wait, so you're landing at like
That sounds like I'm being sarcastic now.
Harper,
Big
It
deal.
did not sound
you're landing
sarcastic.
at like 6 p.m. and you're filming when you get there, and then at 1 a.m. you're flying back.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom literally saying no.
What? Are we sleeping over there?
Yeah, you having a sleepover in LA?
Tomorrow night, we're filming all day Wednesday, and then we fly out Wednesday night because we have to be back here Thursday before break
Okay, so no, you
We're
are
leaving
not.
Wednesday night at 1 a.m.
at 1 a.m.
So you have just a 1 a.m. flight.
Yes.
So Harper's going to LA
That
on a
makes
plane.
sense.
And she'll come back
No
the
big
next
deal.
day
But-
on
No,
a plane.
no big deal.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, no, I'm for sure. Mama, can you get the door?
What the?
What?
Yeah, you can probably
I
get
don't
the
think
door.
so.
Um,
Just
there's
make
so-
sure
hey,
not
wait,
to
wait,
get
wait.
stabbed.
There's someone at our front door, and I don't recognize this kid. Do we know him?
No.
Is he here for a hard drive?
He's selling stuff.
No.
If he's selling stuff, ask him to come give his pitch on the
He
pod.
Oh,
just
wait.
put his card in the door. He's selling stuff.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, never
Should I
mind.
ask him to come give
Yeah.
his pitch on the pod?
No, it's
on
not
why
good.
we should buy what he is selling?
I don't want solar panels.
Yeah. That was nice of
Um,
him to try, though. Sorry,
No,
buddy.
but yeah, no, I'm gonna self tan because my face is a totally different color. Mom, please stop giving me that look. Holy, I literally my face is a different color than my skin, and I'm as pale as a ghost. So
No.
yeah, I'm gonna self tan.
Harper, let's see who's paler.
I'm
Paler?
so pale.
Paler?
We'll put Cash in the mix.
What?
Harper is paler, unfortunately.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
We're like the same color.
You guys are.
Low key, like the same.
No, I'm too pale.
Well, I'm self tanning too, so then we'll be the same color.
Really? Okay,
Hey,
good.
can you sing me the like chorus of your song or a line?
No.
Yes, you can.
Mm-mm.
What? Just like a little.
Only at the live podcast
Why
shows.
was it AI? Did you not really sing it?
Ooh.
No.
Ooh.
Do you
question.
not remember it?
No.
Then let's
Oh,
hear it.
like, what's the problem, dog?
Can you sing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really the artist.
I can sing it.
Sing it.
Matt don't remember how it goes.
Yeah, I do. Just give me a second.
I think I know. I've heard it like twice.
No sneak peeks, actually.
I'm wondering how to move on.
Are those the
Oh, that's
words?
close. Yeah, wait.
Something
Wait, what are you doing with-
inside of
Yeah.
Something.
Be quiet.
Oh.
What were you doing with your
Rising
hand?
Oh, wait, I didn't. I actually wrote it by myself.
Yeah, actually, I probably sang it better. So.
Wait,
Right.
Sorry,
that
it might be a
was crazy.
letdown now.
Were
when
you
hear that one.
nervous?
No.
You were singing like this.
I was trying to. That's. I have to.
Something-
When I get higher, I have to.
Oh, that's almost as scary as what I saw the
Yeah,
other
that's
night.
it.
Let's not.
Cash does too. You should see Me and Cash both on the mic. We like have to be like.
when y'all are trying to sing high,
Well,
y'all
we
go,
no, I'm serious. When we sing, like Cash gets his full just.
What the? Dude.
Hands down.
What?
Like
I'm
a
not a
fairy.
dog
Are you
stretching in the
talking
morning.
about
No,
the
What are you
you're
talking
like
thing
a
we
about?
were
fairy.
talking about the other day?
Yes.
Huh?
Oh, I said that was
I was
almost
thinking
as,
about the exact same thing when he was talking about stabbing.
That's literally about like almost as
What?
scary as what happened to us the other night, which I don't even know if y'all heard.
I mean,
You
they,
saw
they
what?
really twisting this to make it about themselves.
Bro,
We're talking
no.
about Harper's song right now.
No, this is crazy. I
Okay,
can't
this is a
believe we
big
haven't told
deal
you
over
already.
here.
It's a big
Well,
deal.
shoot. Well, okay. Before we tell you guys about like literally the second scariest thing we ever saw in our life, because that now takes first place.
To the unknown.
What, Maverick singing?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Bro.
No. Okay, Harper.
Also, wait. Do you got to plug your song? When does your song come out? Do you know?
yeah.
No idea.
Well,
But-
Harper's song
no,
comes
wait.
out when we have no idea
But
when.
no, also Maverick before the podcast, he said, "Dude, Harper, I wish we were good singers." And I looked at him and I was like,
Yeah, because like if we were good singers, then like we could like
Wait,
do, like,
wait.
a-
We
a
as in
cover.
me and you?
Yeah,
as
no,
in,
no, no.
as in
No.
you and Harper.
No, I was like,
and
man,
I was a little offended also.
It would be great if me and Harper were both good singers and we could
What
sing like
do
a
you
like
mean?
a cover on of a song.
I mean,
And then-
he's really just looping you
I
in
was
with
like,
him.
shame that you can't sing.
That's so
"What
bad.
do you mean?"
He's saying he wishes you were as good a singer as him.
yeah.
He said that he's bad too. So I don't
You guys say
understand.
that.
He said, Harbor, bro, I just wish we were good at singing so we could do a cover. It would blow up, bro. And then I
Yeah,
looked
Matt,
at
what cover you doing?
and then I looked at him. He probably Riptide. And then I looked at him.
As long as I can play the uke.
Just call it ukulele.
Yeah,
Me and Kate will play the piano together, the same piano.
the
I'll do
same.
the chords. You do the other things that you have to do on a piano.
The foot pedals.
Yes.
If I
can't reach them.
If I get in charge of just the foot pedals on our duo piano, I'm literally gonna be so mad.
Dude, I'm not kidding. That would be more honor than what
Kate
I
on the
had in my
bottom.
band when a guy was growing up. I don't know if we've ever told that on here.
We have,
But,
like multiple times.
well, whatever. It has traumatized me, so I will say it again. I was in a band, a youth band for a youth group growing up, and there was a pianist, a guitarist, a bassist, a singer, a background singer,
And you were the triangle.
and a drummer. And you know what I was?
What?
I was the cajonist.
The box.
The box drum.
Yeah. And the cajonist is about as useless and stupid as it sounds as the cajonist. Okay?
All the Cajonas players listening, like, you're valued.
No, like it.
as a
Yeah, you're
musician.
valued in like an acoustic guitar and a cajon setup.
Like around a campfire.
Yeah.
But we were in a venue, big one, huge venue, with a drum set that was plugged into the speakers, and my cajon was not plugged into the speakers, which meaning...
boxes don't plug into speakers.
No, they do, actually. Okay, but this one did not.
Okay.
Because they didn't want to mic me up. It was about the same as giving me a microphone to sing without plugging it in.
It's like when your little cousin wants to play Xbox with you and you give him the dead controller. You're like, here, you play. And he's like, I'm so good.
That's what I got. And then I was like, maybe one day I can drum one of the songs. And they were like, nah.
Right, not.
Yeah.
So what was your scary story?
The other day,
They
Kate
saw
and
a
I-
ghost and realized it was just you.
What is that place called?
See,
that
this
I
is why
did?
people hate you.
What? That was funny. What do you mean
They
that was
hate on
funny?
you because
It
people
was
call
because
herself
she was pale. You
And
get
and
it?
she
No,
called
I get
herself
it,
a
but you
ghost.
just that was so out of pocket. Like
a ghost and I thought it was you.
you have to think before you speak.
Nah, that's what makes
Yo,
comedy.
don't
Think
be
before you
offended by
speak, you're
any
not
of
funny.
Maverick's jokes. He just think of him like a dad. He has
No.
dad jokes and they're
Please,
not funny.
get offended.
He doesn't mean to hurt.
And
you.
Dude, yeah,
comment
people
about
say
it.
think twice before you speak. I don't even think once.
Yeah.
Who thinks?
Yeah. Just speak like. All right, so tell us.
Ridiculous. What was that place we were at called, Kate?
Oh, well, Cash and Maverick sent us on a little goose chase for our YouTube video. And Kinsey and I, it was Team KK. And we were on a team.
HKK.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh no!
We
We
were.
have a whole nother story about Lainey telling us about her baby that we'll tell you later. But anyways,
Yeah.
What did that have to do with this?
it relates.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yo.
continue.
Yeah. Anyways, so we were sent to this location. We were looking for a hidden key because we had to win the challenge and get to $1,000.
Was there actually a hidden key or was that just a cap?
No, there's a key there.
There's a key.
We had to go find it.
Did you find it?
Oh, I
You
guess you
gotta
just have to
watch
watch
the
the video and
video.
find out if we found the keys.
No, so it's a video that's going on Cash and Maverick's YouTube channel. We were looking for a hidden
Wait, you gotta
key.
give them the context. We were exploring creepy Google locations, and the girls had 3 locations, and me and Maverick have 3 Google locations.
Yeah.
And at each location, there is a key we gotta find, and it's first team to find all 3 keys.
Yeah.
So the locations the girls went to is what they're talking about.
Yeah, so we went to 3 different locations. We went to a castle, which was so fun.
I tell them all of them.
Was it
No,
haunted?
yeah, don't say all of them.
Oh,
But you went
okay.
to 4, and we went to 4.
No, we went to 3.
No, you went.
Well,
to
no,
4.
technically we went to 4 because the final
went to
one. But
4.
either way, it doesn't
Oh.
matter. Say the story.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, so one of our locations was this bridge called Goatman's Bridge, and it is supposedly like a haunted bridge. So we've been told, word on the street. And the backstory to it is like a super crazy, like a man, like many
With his
years
head
ago.
chopped off. Like,
What?
Yeah, it's
No,
not
we
a
got
good
we
place.
had a lady give us basically like a tour and like help us find this key.
Yeah.
And she told us the real story because there's lots of rumors that go around, but
Yeah,
like
she
rumors
was-
go around my school. That's
but
how like
this
known
lady
it
has like
Yeah.
written a book on it and she's
Yeah.
a professional ghost hunter or whatever.
Yeah, so we pretty much hired someone to give us a tour of this location to help us like find our key. And she is like, what do they even call them? Paranormal, like
paranormal
activities.
yeah, activist. So she's
Alright.
one of those people
Paranormal
that like
investigators. or
yeah,
something.
she likes to go and like try to talk to whatever's
Ooh, I like
lingering
that better,
there.
investigators.
So, anyways, we go to this location and she pulls out her devices that she uses to communicate with like spirits that may be there. And listen, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a I don't know, But you know,
No one knows because you're not saying
Okay,
anything.
she has
Yeah,
this
wait,
little-
hold on. So were you trying to?
I got
What?
it, I got you.
You
I
said
got you.
pulls out devices, you
I
know,
got you.
ghosts,
I got
you
you.
know.
This is where the details come in that you hate. But
Tries
it-
to be Eminem.
it's-
That was like one of those
it's
rap
necessary.
songs you can't understand.
So we're sitting there. It's like 10 o'clock at night, or I don't know what time it was. I can't remember. But
It's
it was
late.
pitch black, okay? And she has this little circle device that she sets down. She pulls out the antenna. It's about yay tall. And then she also has a little flashlight she sets down. And she's like, usually when the spirits talk to me, they like mess with the flashlight and turn it on and off. And she said it's highly unlikely that her little radio system thing goes off. She's like, that's only when they're like really close and they're very intentional about talking to you. So we're sitting there for like 5 minutes maybe, and nothing has happened. We're like, okay, maybe she's crazy. And then all of a sudden, we're like talking about the key, and the flashlight starts going off. And we're like,
Wait,
what the
really?
heck? Which
I have the raw footage. You can watch it. It's crazy.
it is crazy. No, okay,
Yeah.
so
It's on the computer downstairs.
Pape, our producer, goes and hides these keys, right? So we're sitting there talking to the lady about where the key might be, because none of us know where the key is. And ghost or something, I don't know. The flashlight is going off when we start talking about the key. And then the lady is like, do you know where the key is? And the flashlight turns off. And we're like, okay, maybe it's just coincidence. So we're sitting there for maybe 10 more seconds, and her little antenna thing starts going off. And now she's like, that never happens. The flashlight goes off often, but the antenna never goes off. And we were like, oh gosh, I don't do scary stuff at all. So I hop in Kate's lap because I'm freaked out. Kate is literally holding me like a baby.
Yeah.
And we start like talking this thing, I guess. And I'm like, is it on that side of the bridge? And the flashlight doesn't move at all. And so I'm like, is it on that side of the bridge? And the flashlight starts going crazy.
Yeah.
And we were like, what the heck? And
Yeah.
the key ended up being
on the side of the bridge.
on that side of the bridge.
that the flashlight told us, and it was so
Oh,
weird.
heck no.
Because it's one of those locations that, first of all, is like not a great place to be hanging out. Like,
No, you should
to
never
be
go
fair,
there,
like we
honestly.
should not have been there, but we were because we had to find the secret hidden key, you know. So it was super scary already, and just like there have been a lot of people who have like died at this location, and like it's just it was weird. And, like, I didn't want to go, but I had to find the key, so we went, and it was so scary and eerie and like skin crawly. And you know how you know that the location isn't safe is Kinsey and I are sitting on the bridge waiting for the spirits to come speak to us through a flashlight. And then
Sounds pretty safe.
no,
Sounds safe to me.
I am so upset. I'm so upset at this, actually. So, wow, I'm not recovered from this. I'm so embarrassed. So, we're sitting on the bridge, and as we're filming, we have this huge flashlight, like, in our face. So, Kinsey and I can't see anything except for this light. Everything is, like, black. And I see at, like, my peripheral, like, somebody walk up and just sit on the other side of the bridge, and I can barely make him out because this light is in my face. And he just sits down, and he doesn't say anything. He's just sitting on the other side of the bridge, not saying anything. And everyone saw him, like, walk up. And I was waiting for him to, like, ask us a question, introduce himself. And I keep looking at him, and I see he's wearing this, like, uniform. And I'm like, it's a ghost hunter. Like, I thought he was, like...
Yeah, because naturally,
fair-
that's what I would think of anyone.
Ghostbusters is there to
be
save
fair-
you.
Yeah.
Anyone in a uniform is just.
Our
Ghost
cameraman with this like huge bright light is shining directly at Kate because it's me, Kate, and then our tour guide Becky. And so the light is like
Becky.
directly, I know, our light is directly in Kate's face.
Yeah.
And it's like halfway in my face so I can kind of see the guy better. So I know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue,
So
Kate.
he's sitting there, and I'm like, I mean, this ghost hunter...
Wait, who
like-
is he?
Oh, I'm getting there. This ghost hunter is like just lurking across the bridge. And I was freaked out. I was like, why is this man just like sitting so close to us and not saying anything? And like, it's 10 o'clock at night. This like bridge is like haunted. It's scary. It's weird. And this guy just isn't saying anything. And nobody that was with us was saying anything. And I was like, are we okay? We're just going to pretend he's
Kate
not there.
was freaking out. It was
I was
so funny.
panicked. I was like, why is a ghost hunter lurking?
She's like sitting there talking, but she's like looking over at him. I'm like, Kate, look at the camera. And she's like, and I'm like, Kate, the camera?
Yeah.
And she's like,
So
Wait, I haven't seen this part of the video yet.
So finally, I take matters into my own hands. I grab my flashlight and I shine it at our ghost hunter friend. And I said, hello. And this man says, don't mind me. I was like, I will mind you. You're sitting awfully close to me, sir.
Kate basically starts harassing this man.
I was like,
Don't mind.
I
me.
was like, he was
Who
sitting
said
there.
that before?
That was me.
Oh no, that was the dude.
No, it was me. We have that little video from when I was like 9 years old, and I'm following my sister around the house, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Don't mind me, don't mind me." And then she slams the door in my face, and I'm just outside her door like, "Don't mind me."
Yeah. But so I was like,
Don't mind me.
I was like, this man isn't just gonna lurk and act like I don't see him. So I start talking to the guy, and no one else is saying anything to him. I was carrying the conversation on my back, and I was like, okay, well, if this ghost hunter is gonna be lurking, he might as well help us. I shine the flashlight at him, and I'm like, do you know where the secret hidden key is? And he's like, secret hidden key? And I was like, yeah. He was like, no. And I was like, okay, then you're of no use right now. Absolutely zero help. Like, what are you even doing here? And finally, he goes, what are y'all filming? And I'm like, can you see we're busy? We're looking for the secret hidden key. We're trying to talk to the ghost. Like, what? We're filming. You know?
said that. Oh.
No, I was like, oh, you know. And I look back at the thing because I'm like trying to
not
film.
giving him direct answers and then directly lying to him. He'll ask a direct question and she's just like makes up this whole lie. And
Yeah.
we're like, Kate, why
So
are you lying to him?
I
She's
was
like,
like-
why are y'all talking to him?
So I was like, well, you know. And he was like, no, I don't know. What are you filming? And I was like, you know. And he was like, I don't know. What are you filming? And I was like, oh, we're filming a YouTube video, dude. Like, go on. And he was like, what's your YouTube channel? And I was like, oh, this guy clearly wants to be a part of whatever we're doing. I was like, you know Sam and Colby? You know the ghost hunters? And he was like, can't say I do. And I was like, what kind of ghost hunter are you if you don't even know who Sam and Colby are? Like, highly embarrassing for you. And he was like, can't say I've heard of them. And I was like, oh, we're much bigger than they are. Because, you know, we're not. That was like the joke is like Sam and Colby have like 30 million and we have like 4. So it's like not comparable. But anyways.
Thanks for clarifying the joke. I was confused for a second because I was
still-
like,
I was
wait,
like,
aren't
Where's
they?
Sam and Kobe?
And then I was like, wait, am I Sam? Or are you Kobe? I didn't understand.
Yes.
But now I get it.
Yeah.
I was
so-
like, you cat.
Yeah, I was confused with my identity for a second. But now I understand the joke since you described it.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Do
Yeah,
you
so-
understand?
I kind
Yeah.
of understand.
we get it now.
Okay.
Okay, tell the people who he was.
So finally, I was like, the guy just was sitting there, and I was,
Was it
like,
John Quinones?
No,
Was it King John?
no.
It was someone crazy. I'm waiting to hear.
I shined my flashlight at him again, and I'm like, "What you doing out here?" He goes,
It's Tom Cruise.
"He goes, so
Oh,
I'm
I love
actually
Tom Cruise.
Officer so and so with the department, police."
You're like,
department down
oh,
the street."
frick.
I was like, "No shot! I've been trolling a cop for the last 10 minutes, dude. Like, handcuff me now, take me
He's
away."
like, get your hands behind your back, Sam.
He's like, we've been looking for you, Kobe.
I was like, "Officer, take me
That's
away
so
now!" Like, I
bad.
was so disrespectful to you. I'm so sorry. And after he says he's an officer, I see his uniform and I see his body camera and I see his Glock on his hip and I see
he
the
has it all on
patch.
camera.
Yes,
Oh my
he has all.
gosh.
We have it all on camera too. But I was like,
He probably went back that night and like showed all his buddies. They were like, he was like, took his little camera off his
He was
chest.
like, look at this Sam and
"Watch
Kobe.
this."
so I was like, I spent like 10 minutes like trolling this cop that I thought was a ghost hunter. And then later on, I found out that the entire group knew he was an officer and just didn't tell me.
Well,
and they
because
let me
we saw his gun and his badge and his camera and his vest and yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, this ghost hunter takes his job very seriously. And finally, I was like, oh yeah, like we actually do have a YouTube channel, like it's called Cash and Maverick, and we're like finding the secret hidden key on the bridge, you know, if you've seen it, let us know. And he was like, okay, and he just sits there and doesn't say
Oh my
anything.
God.
I'm just imagining telling a cop, yeah, we're looking for it. You're just at one of the most
No.
creepiest Google locations
gosh, wait,
on
the
the
best
earth.
part.
And
Yeah.
at the most haunted place, one of the most haunted places, and you're like, we're looking for a hidden key.
Yeah, well then finally, I was like, what you doing out here? And he was like, tells us he's an officer, and he's like, so we come out here and we patrol the area because there's a lot of illegal activity that goes on out here. It's like a lot of people do drugs, a lot of people
So
are like
bad.
jumping off the bridge, like into the water and
That
stuff.
happens, man. Drugs
And so,
and
and he
bridges,
was like,
that
he
just-
was like, there's a lot of people
So
that
bad.
perform like rituals here. He
Oh
said
my gosh,
last
he
week.
probably thought you were on drugs. It's
No,
like
I
hidden
was-
key. He's
No.
like, yeah, and Pikachu's over there.
No, and
we're
he
looking
was
for a hidden key
Y'all,
out here.
literally, this is how scary this place is.
Yeah, no.
It's
This
so scary.
the cop goes, last week someone had got an animal from the woods, killed the animal, and they spray painted a pentagon onto the bridge and they lit it on fire.
You mean
As
a
like-
pentagram?
Yeah.
The Pentagon is what, like the White House
Yeah,
type
a
building.
pentagram. The like satanic ritual. They spray painted it and they set the bridge, like the thing on fire on the bridge. And the cops have to like come out there like all
Make
the
sure it
time
doesn't happen, yeah.
because there's so many
Yikes.
people performing rituals because it's such a weird spot. It's like
Okay.
weird and creepy and gross and haunted. And then finally, after a couple minutes of him sitting there just watching us, because, you know, I was like, okay, like, now that we have our Secret Service protection agent officer across the bridge, I feel safer.
Yeah.
And then he gets up and leaves. And I was like, no, you don't have to leave. And he was like, I've seen enough. And then he walked away.
Oh,
No, but then as soon as he leaves, Becky, our tour guide, looks at us and she was like, you know, that's not the first time I've heard of that. One time I came out here and there were like 5 or 6 dead hanging cats in the woods because people's houses are right there by the
Oh my
bridge.
gosh.
And apparently some teenagers had come by and stolen these people's pet cats. Like, imagine someone stealing your dog and you just find it hanging in a tree.
Yeah.
gosh.
But
So
they
it's
were
like
they
a-
were performing rituals.
dude,
and
I'm not gonna
sacrificing
lie.
these animals.
The last time I
Dang.
went to Goatman's Bridge, there was like people screaming as loud as they could, and like fire, and I wanted to join them.
No.
Fire, 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 fire.
No,
I
I'm
was just
kidding.
like, I got a gasoline can.
No. It was.
Come on,
it-
let's light this puppy up.
Arson.
no, it was so funny, but like also my sister, she went on Halloween, and Halloween's like the worst night of
No.
the year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, going to Goatman's Bridge on Halloween
Halloween.
might
That's
be the
some
worst
crazy
idea.
stuff.
I know.
ever.
So she went on Halloween and she posted on her story this lady just like doing demonic things, and I'm not gonna lie. I find like I like to like look at like paranormal things on TikTok and stuff, like, but I'm a really good Christian.
Like Sam and Coley videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Sam
Yeah.
McCauley videos, or like people having like ghosts in their house or something like that, like it moving randomly, and I'm like, I get so scared, and it like gives me adrenaline. But yeah, like that's why I like to go to.
You have
Goatman's
to be
Bridge.
careful.
You have to be so
no,
careful.
you have to be careful.
I've
'Cause
never
there
been
are-
except
At
for
the end of the
once.
day, there are like some crazy people out there,
bad.
and you could be going out there to just have fun.
Many people have died.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you
No,
need to be
that-
careful.
that's-
The
Same
fact that the
spot.
cops were out there on a Tuesday night,
Yeah.
just
when you know.
patrolling,
Yeah. Just
means,
because there's
like-
so much illegal activity and like dangerous things
means like
happening
it's
there.
not really a good place to be.
Yeah.
That's where an accident. That's where something
Thinking
will
about it,
happen.
I want to
that-
go tonight.
No.
Y'all want to go?
Yeah.
I'd rather
I mean,
not.
tonight's
You
Monday.
should not go.
Yeah.
It's a Monday.
It's not even a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Or Halloween.
No, there's been like actually it's such a bad spot. Like there's been multiple people that like I've heard of that have died there. And one time like a couple
One of my
years
friends
ago,
saw a dead body there once.
same.
Are you kidding?
No, I mean so serious.
That's
My
so bad.
sister's
What?
my sister's friend was driving to school
Oh my
and
gosh.
there was literally like a body in the area.
No, wait. Actually, they saw it.
Yes, she was driving by and she saw the body and the
Yeah, my
cops were there
friend-
like they had just taped off the area and she was driving to school and she looked and she saw it and then yeah, they covered
No
it.
way.
They were like covering
so
it up.
bad. Somebody
Yeah.
got shot there like a year ago.
Yeah, that was the one that
yeah.
That's why you should not go.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't be
always
going.
Think you're like, oh, that would not happen to me. We're just gonna go
Yeah.
have fun until it's you.
Yeah.
I
Too
remember
late.
we like parked and these 2 other people were coming back and they're like, "Don't go back there." And we were like, "What? Why?" And they're like, "The ghosts." And we were like, "Oh, okay."
Dude,
Yeah.
my friend Michael, he was one time exploring an abandoned parking garage, and he's just going in the abandoned parking garage with like him and his like 4 friends, and he has it on video. They like turn a corner,
crazy.
and this guy sticks out a gun
No.
from around the corner and just goes pop, 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 right at them, and they all like took
And it's
off
on
running.
video.
It's,
Yeah.
he
I
still
don't
has
think-
it on
I
video.
don't think we can add the video to.
Wait, I
No,
haven't
no, we
seen
probably
it.
can't add the video, but
Yeah.
it was crazy.
I haven't seen this video.
Yeah,
It's
and then
crazy.
everyone's
Crazy.
just silent.
You can
Everyone,
see the fire
everyone's
coming
No
out
cameras
of
one
the
just
gun.
drop,
screams or
and it's
anything.
just
They just run. You just
everyone's
hear them
just-
running.
It's like complete.
I would start
silence.
laughing.
No, you wouldn't.
No,
no, I
You'd be
wouldn't.
terrified.
everyone just like no talking, nothing. Everyone was just.
I asked
That's how you
Michael
tell a
too.
story.
I asked
That was
Michael. I was
quick.
like, "Why did nobody scream?" And he was like, "We were just so terrified. Like your body just doesn't know what to do, and you just start sprinting."
That was what that's what your sister said because she was their sister was in like a mass shooting a couple years ago at
Oh
like
my
a
gosh.
dancing like a dance bar, and she said the creepiest part was when the shooter came in, like it went dead silent. Like when the gun like started firing and stuff, people weren't like screaming.
Yeah,
the way they do in
anytime anything
movies.
serious actually happens, no one talks.
Yeah, she was like, you think that like because of what happens in movies, people start panicking and screaming and stuff. She said all you could hear was people's feet like running to get out of the building.
That's
like nobody
terrible.
said anything, and she said every once in a while someone would like yell someone's name, like call a friend's name or something.
Speaking
But-
of mass things, I'm gonna talk about it on the next podcast. But I have such a good story, so
Oh.
stay tuned for the next
Ooh.
podcast.
Wow.
I don't feel like that's Kate though. When Kate gets scared, yeah, Kinsey too. Both of y'all scream so loud. when y'all
Yeah,
get
you
scared.
guys are some screamers. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
but-
it's like loud.
I feel like, no, I scream. I feel like Kate hollers.
Okay, yeah.
What's the difference in that?
me tell you
Oh
the
yeah, see that right there? That's a scream, but that one, that's a holler.
She's like,
I feel like,
like what?
I don't know if this is the actual definition, but in my mind, hollering is like you're saying words.
Hollering, Kinsey,
Like
is
when
like
Honey
what my
messes
grandpa would say to me when I'm being loud. He's like, "Stop hollering."
Yes, but you're being loud. You're saying words. Like when
Hollering
you
sounds
scream,
so
it's
weird.
just like. "Ah!" But when you
Yes, that's
when
how
you
I
She said,
I didn't want to scream in the mic. But hollering, I feel like you're like, oh no, don't, no, stop. That's hollering.
I feel like screaming's more like.
And I feel like Kate hollers.
You know what? I don't. And I can tell you why. Because when Cash and I were at that dinner on the rooftop and the person right below us started shooting, I didn't holler. I ran.
Did you scream?
No.
Okay. So
Oh.
she doesn't holler or scream?
yeah, dude. When we were at a restaurant, and this guy below the restaurant, we were like on the balcony. The guy below the restaurant, I think it was like two, like, I don't know, like thug members or something, like shooting at each other or something. I don't know what it was, but it was just like some guy was mad at another guy, and somehow they like one of them was like shooting at the other one or
crazy.
something. But everyone in the restaurant, the top floor, didn't know what's happening, so everyone on the balcony like ran inside. And I'm not even kidding, bro. Kate's dad didn't even. He was finishing that meal, man. He was like not in a hurry. He got up. He was like, and I got up, like grabbed all the phones. I'm like, yo, he does clearly not care about being shot.
He sure did grab everyone's phone off the table. I was like, Dad, like, get inside. And he was like, I got y'all's phones. I was like,
Like, what are you doing?
I was like, you didn't have to
At least
do
he's
that.
thoughtful.
I know. And then after like, because when the shooting happened, like everyone ran inside, and then the restaurant just like closed. Like they put the what even is it, like
Blinds?
the screens down
Yeah.
for the outdoors to like block off the restaurant from the street and stuff.
I'm telling you, nothing's scarier than an older man, like an old kind of man, when it comes to that stuff. They don't give a crap if they die, man. I'm like,
know, it's,
have
like,
you seen
scary.
those videos of that one guy on TikTok? This guy was like robbing like a bar, and he comes in there with like a gun. The whole bar like gets on the ground with like their hands up or whatever. And this guy's just still drinking his drink at the bar. And the guy comes up to him and points a gun at him. And he's like, give me the wallet. And the guy's like, no, I'm not giving you anything. And he's just an old man. He's just like, give me your wallet. He's like, no. And then the robber goes behind the bar, and the guy
so
asks
it's like
him,
robbing the cash register.
yeah, the cashier's like on the ground with his hands up, and the guy's like, he literally says, while you're back there, can you hand me a beer?
Bro,
No, he's
Dude, an old guy.
trolling.
No, I'm telling you, old dudes, dude, they don't care.
No,
at
but that's
all.
such a troll. Like literally, the bar. There's a gunman in the bar.
They're just like fed up with everyone's crap at that point. I think when
Yeah.
you're like 70, you're just like,
There's a gunman in the
You
bar,
ain't
and
doing
instead
nothing.
of doing what he says, the man with the gun, instead of listening to him, you ask him to be your servant and hand you a beer.
I'm telling you, old
Do you
men are
think that
built
was
different.
staged? Do you think it was real?
No, it's
No,
real.
it was real.
It was real.
I'm telling you, like 60, 70-year-old
Yeah.
men, 80-year-old men,
Did he
they
hand him
built
a beer?
different.
No, he's on his phone with his other hand, and he tries to take the phone out of his hand, and he's like, "No, give me my phone!" God, take it. He's like wrestling with the guy.
Do you think he was just like way too intoxicated? He had no clue what was going on?
No, he
No.
just didn't care. He was like,
It's like, just shoot me.
Just
at
kind of
this
like an
point.
old man that.
he wasn't even that old. He
I'm
was
telling
like,
you, even like the
50.
older my dad gets, he just cares less and less about people's crap. I'm pretty convinced if my dad, if someone was robbing him, he'd be like, nah,
No, you're not.
what you gonna do, shoot me? Like,
What do you mean? Your dad has been robbed before.
yeah. Can
And
we
he-
tell that story of the car wash incident?
I think
This
so.
one-
I think
I'll-
your
I'll
dad-
just say it. I'll just say it shortly.
Yeah, no, you can't.
I think your dad
Long
would like
story
to have
short,
this out there.
Long story short, my dad owns a car wash, and he was working on it. A guy drove by on a bicycle and stole his drill gun. So my dad chased him down, grabbed his bicycle and
With
started.
a pew pew.
No.
Oh.
Just
No, he
straight
did
up.
everything with
Ran
his
after
pit.
No.
That's what
fist.
I'm saying. The older men they just don't give a crap. And this guy's in his 20s, and my dad's like 55. My dad
Yeah.
gets his truck, drives and finds the guy because he's on a bicycle, parks his
parents are
truck,
55.
walks up behind the guy, takes his bicycle while he's riding on it, and then just hits him with it. And then
Your dad?
yeah, and
Yeah.
then punches him with his hand. My dad breaks his hand, and the guy's like, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?" And then my dad just grabs his drill gun and goes, "'Cause this is mine," and then and walks away.
He
And-
should have
well,
ridden his bike away. That would
No, he did. And then the guy was like, "Can I have my bike?" And my dad was like, "No," and he made him leave without his bike.
He
and then
said
my
you
dad-
probably stole this too, and then
he probably stole this too.
That's so
He had
Yeah.
like golf clubs and like his little wagon behind his bike. My dad
I
pulls
think
the
we
golf
told
clubs
that
out
story.
and he's
Yeah.
like swinging them. He's like, "You should really get running." Swinging the clubs.
That's so bad.
And the guy like turns around and like starts walking and he's like, "I said run!"
No, there was another time because they also have a piece of property they had bought. And there was like these buildings on it, and people were breaking into these buildings and stealing like they were literally stealing things out of these buildings, like the electrical stuff. And one time he caught them breaking in, and he held them down until the cops got there. And the guy that he was holding down, the like bad guy,
The robber.
yeah, the guy that's robbing him, James is holding him down, and the robber gets so scared he calls 911 on himself.
He like Hey Siri's his phone to call
Yeah.
911.
And he calls 911 and he's like, "I'm being attacked." And they were like, "Where are you?" And they said the property address. And they were like, "Is James Baker the one holding you down?" And he was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Okay." And like,
That's it. We live in a small town though, so they were just like, "All right, well, we'll be out there when we can."
when we get there,
Wait, was it in Henrietta?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's so bad.
but after that, people stopped breaking onto the
Nah,
property.
my dad low key like he's like low key waiting for it. He's like hoping.
He wants all the smoke. I'm,
He-
telling
I'm
you.
not kidding. It's like he sleeps with like a big rifle next to him.
He-
and-
Oh my gosh.
He's waiting for the
and
smoke.
I'm not kidding. A military helmet that he sticks on,
A SWAT
bulletproof vest.
with like lights on it and everything.
Yeah, and he like his alarm goes off for like somebody over there, and it's like T-minus a minute and a half, and he's there
He's there.
in the car, fully loaded, everything
Yeah.
decked out,
No,
he got a military dog.
he literally got a
He
military
did.
dog.
He
He
was
was
like-
to be an attack dog.
Yeah, he's like,
the-
I gotta get me a military dog. So he got
It's so
that.
funny that his military dog is scared of everything.
Yeah, he bought it. No, you don't understand. And
Wait,
his
you
dog
don't
was
wanna
barking.
expose
And
his secrets.
yeah, listen, the mailman pulled up the other day when I was there, and this dog was barking at the mailman. He's like, "Wow, wow!" And the mailman was like, "Can I get out?" And I was like, "Yeah, watch." And I literally went over to the dog, didn't even move. I just looked like this at the dog, and I went, "Roar!" And the dog went, "Oh!" and ran away. And the mailman laughed so hard. He was like, "Oh, dang."
No, but
She's like, "Dogs all bark, huh?" I was like, "Yeah."
She's such a scary dog though to like be have
So
you
scary
bark
to
at
look
you.
at, but if you go, boo, it's like, ah, every
What
line.
is she? A Malinois?
so far away.
Belgian Malinois. She's an intense looking dog.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. She just wants you to pet
Is this
her.
the longest episode we've ever done?
No.
She's like,
It's like a minute.
She's like, "Can we end it?" Well, yeah, we
no,
can.
this is
Go ahead, Harper.
No,
end
no,
the
this is
episode.
an hour and 20 minutes.
No, it's
What
not.
are you talking about? It's
not
been like
barely
56.
50. Yeah, it's
All right, you can end it. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I don't
End the
want to
episode.
though.
Okay.
Well, we'll talk about what was the story you wanted to talk about? Next episode.
well,
Next
next episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
next
episode.
episode.
Yeah.
Why are you guys still watching? This is clearly
Yeah.
the end of the episode. What are
Yeah,
y'all doing?
right.
So we'll see you on next episode.
Bye.